Hey everyone, here is another channeling. This one is from March 27th, 2023. We are pleased you are connecting again. This great transition time has had everyone up in arms. So much to do, so much being created. Yes, we too are creators of new worlds. We have had a lot to do to prepare for this next journey of truth. Time and veils are thinning and shifting, preparing for the great awakening that is coming your way and our way. It is an awakening for all. Everything is changing. Your neurons are even changing. Your physical bodies are changing. Light beings are changing their own wavelengths. The shift is bringing upon a higher consciousness. For all who are invited to the party, all that are ready and willing to participate in this great change. We are all so excited, and we want you to be excited too. It truly is a party and a time to celebrate. These shifts have happened before, but not quite like this one. This will change everything. A new light is being brought to your people, an experiment so grand, something no one has seen before. We are with you in this transition. It is very important for people to know that they are not alone, and this has been planned for the greatest consciousness of all. It is not scary or random. It's been planned out to the T, and it is coming soon. And I said, yes, the Great Awakening, but how does this appear to us humans? You will see a flash in the sky, so bright, so vast, so colorful, yet no color at all. This is the light that changes everything. This light brings a new awareness, a new way of seeing and perceiving all around you. You will be able to see through people, see who they truly are, and see your true connection with them. Everyone will know their purpose so they can glide through their new life as the new being they are becoming. It's a life you may not fully comprehend, and that is why we shy away from explaining it at times, because it is so grand you will not believe or comprehend that. That's why we stress the knowing that it is coming more so than anything else. And I want to take a moment to mention that this energy that they keep telling me about that's coming from the sky, it's not the same thing as a solar flare that comes from the sun. And we have solar flares, some minor, some major, all the time, but this seems to be more of like a solar flash, a cosmic light or energy that comes from the sky rather than from the sun. And so I like to make the difference between that because there's a lot of correlation between, solar flares and, the big event, the shift and, all this kind of stuff. But what I feel like the information I keep getting about is a cosmic light from the sky, which is not a solar flare, more like a solar flash, I guess. Okay, so I ask, what will lead up to this? The lead up is what has been in transition. The aftermath is so clear, but the beforehand has a lack of clarity. So I asked, what's the most probable beforehand stuff? Before the shift, you will notice people being uncomfortable. Uncomfortability is what makes people change. So I ask, what makes them uncomfortable? There will be turbulence. A great agenda is crumbling and nations are crumbling. There will be collapse. I'm like, what'll collapse? Or what will cause collapse and what will collapse? Your nation will be in turmoil. It will not be able to withstand the wants of the people. It will have succession. Give in. I think like they're giving in to the people. People will stand up for their rights. There will be more anti-government revolutions. What will cause this, I ask? People are waking up to the misdeeds that are going on in the public sector and no longer want to stand with it. The financial system will collapse too, but will bring new great changes with it. So again, feel if this resonates for you. So I ask, will all this happen before the light in the sky? This will bring about the light in the sky. Revolting and protesting. And I can hear in my head, I hear people protesting and saying, no more retribution, or couldn't quite hear exactly what they're saying. I couldn't hear if they were saying no more retribution or we want retribution. But yeah, retribution just being punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong. So I asked about another lockdown in some way, and they said the lockdown that you're speaking of is a possibility that will determine the length of stay that people will have to endure that builds up more protests within them. I hear them saying, we will not concede, and I hear voices shouting again, we will not be manipulated, we will not obey, we will not conform. And this one is what I really kept hearing, which is, we will not capitulate, we will not capitulate. And I had to look that one up. I had no idea what capitulate meant. But it's cease to resist an opponent, cease to resist an opponent or an unwelcomed demand or surrender. And yeah, we will not capitulate. It's like I got a vision of people kind of protesting and saying that. And I hadn't asked about this before, but the fungus is one potential, but it's still in the works. I had asked about the fungus because this was something else that I heard as a possibility for another lockdown. Okay. And I'm including this next little part that's kind of around me because it brings up Arcturians and the lineage of the high priestesses and the Council of Light, which they talk about in a lot of other sessions too. So they say, yes, we would love to share more about your origin. Let's start there. Your origins are with us. You have been to many places and times throughout spaciousness, but your origins lie with us. You are contracted as an Arcturian starseed. You have always been one of us. This is just who you are. No matter where you have gone or where you go, you are Arcturian. Your lineage is our lineage. You are a high priestess. This is the order that you come from. A few of the other channelings talk about the order of the high priestesses, and we channeled this high priestess V. The high priestesses are an order that is within the Council of Light. We have banded together with other light councils to spread the words of wisdom of, We have banded together with other light councils to spread the words and wisdom of light. And when we say light, we mean we are messengers of love. Love will never cease to exist. More is always being created, and the momentum is unstoppable. It just is. Love is. And we laughed for a moment because love is actually came up in a reading with a client, and they were laughing like, haha, yeah, like I got that from them. And I also asked, what's my role when on Earth in this lifetime, and what's my role when not in this life? Your life is full of creative processes that are your doing and ours. We assist in the creation of your life alongside of you. We bring opportunities and people your way. We created life to be easy for you so you can spread the word of love and peace and coexistence. So I asked, coexistence with who? You are to bring the messages of light to others so they are aware of what will transpire on your earth, and to not be scared of what is coming, but to be ready and hopeful. And I, share all this, and I include all of this because it's like, this is why I'm putting out these videos, because I'm getting this information, getting this knowledge, and they're telling me that this is part of my purpose to share it. So that's why I'm doing it. And so I asked about this. They're saying that we're creating an easy flowing life for me. And they just said, you no longer need to be learning that many earthly lessons. Your being has raised beyond the limitations of earth, and you no longer need to feel restrictions. You choose a life of love because you knew that existed for you, and you would accept no less. Your role as one of the high priestesses is a generational paradigm, or an example or a pattern. Your family is one that changes with the times. Your role is to communicate with other transdimensionals. These transdimensional shifts that are going on right now made you a good fit for the transitions that are taking place on your planet right now. You don't need to fully understand your role of off-Earth right now. Your role now is much more important, and it is to get your people from point A to point B. And I mentioned this concept in another video of getting people from point A to point B, even from a few years ago. This came up. And so I asked again, though, or this actually might be a section of the same reason. In an old video, I included a bit of this one to describe the old one. So anyway, I might have said this before, but I asked, what is point A and point B? Point A is the transition point, and point B is where you will be transcending to. And I asked, where is that? That's the new Earth, they said. What is the new Earth? The new Earth is a new vibrational frequency that you will all be vibrating at after the poles shift. The poles need to shift in order to bring the full frequency needed for the ascension process to begin. We are in the process of that now. Dimensional and intergalactic shifts are happening now, but they are subtle and only a few can really feel this taking place. So I ask, what do the pole shifts do? They open up new portals for energy to fully come through. The Earth is ready to shift, and it's waiting for the full alignment to be administered. So yeah, so I thought that was an interesting one, and like always, just let me know if you have any questions that you want me to ask or channel about, and I will. Thanks for listening, and I will see you guys next time.